Hello everyone and welcome back to another awesome episode of Historic Recreations. Today I'm going to be talking about 12 areas of recycling material for being a crafter. Now if you're like me, you like to save everything. When I began creating props almost 8 years ago, I had no idea how much material that I could actually just get for free. So today I wanted to make this video to express how to find things and how to utilize the absolute smallest detail and not to waste anything while prop making. And if you see this star, it is an important tip that I am sharing with you about what the product or object can be used for. So with that and no further ado, let's look at 12 wonderful tips for crafting and prop making. Are you ready? Let's go. One of the most common logical things that you should have as a crafter is scraps of paper. These are photocopies that just the back of these. If you were to cut this into 3, you got yourself a great notebook. You don't have to go out and buy post-it notes. Basically everything that you need is right within your reach of your hands. As a crafter, bottles are essential for making things like potion bottles or anything that you want to do with Halloween or have anything to do with Harry Potter or those type of essential elements. Plus, jars make great fillers for inside of craft project that you're putting. You can put rocks in here to weigh something down. There is so many essential things that you can do with beautiful clear bottles like this. And over the years I have made an assemblage of bottles that were potion bottles. Now if you want to, you can look up in my historical recreations and you can see the tutorial on how I made potion bottles. These every day get thrown away and they make really excellent props. I bet you're wondering what that is. That, my friends, is dried tea. Yes, tea, lit tea. Do you drink tea? Sure, we all drink tea. Things like tea leaves and coffee grounds can be recycled for artificial soil. If you're creating a diorama, you have a dollhouse, anything that can be used to create soil, this is a perfect soil. As long as it's kept dry, it's going to look great. Just another recycler's tip. Now I've already just shared about the plastic container. I'm going to show you what you can do with a plastic container that you may not know. If you have a pair of scissors, the first thing you can do is take off the lid. If this is a nice sheet of plastic, which it is, you can see we have a nice hard sheet of plastic in there. I'm going to cut this out very nicely. I'm just going to follow the edge over here and I'm going to show you this is a very important prop maker's material. If you are a dollhouse maker and you want some panes of glass, stop going out and buying heavy plastics for your projects. I used to go out and buy overhead projector plastics for certain type of things. Here I was just throwing it away for free. You just soak off the labels a few minutes in lukewarm water. These will just peel right off, no problem. That's an essential thing. I also want to show you this. These elements that are on plastic dishes and containers are beautiful materials. You can see very clearly this could make a framing for the interior of a dollhouse or an outside building or something that you were building. If you had it material that's on the outside of a dollhouse, you can just get enough of these pieces to hot glue them on and it creates texture. Look at this. The interior of walling inside of a dollhouse. All of this is textured. You can do amazing things with this, especially with cosplay. If you take this material, cut it out. If you just take the moment to cut this out, this becomes amazing crafting material. You can bend it. It has texture on it. Plastic containers get thrown away every day. They are priceless when it comes to creating stuff. Look at the texture on the bottom of this. Okay, I've talked enough about plastic containers. Let's go on to the next one. Milk containers, yes. How about taking one of these and making it into a gable of a house? If this was cut at a 45-degree angle, you have a dollhouse gable pre-made. Or if you cut it off here at the 50% mark or the halfway mark, you have a little tiny house. Cardboard milk cartons like this are wonderful. They are made of a chipboard, a heavy chipboard, which can be used for unbelievable amounts of crafting projects. The paper inside is renewable and it has a nice heavy waxy finish on it. Milk cartons, if kept clean, can last forever, and crafting with them is a dream. Let's go on. Potato chips, yeah, we all love them. Hey, but check this out. Look at this, beautifully cleaned, put in the bottom of my bathtub with a little bit of Head and Shoulders shampoo. I just took away and degreased this. This paper, if you were to go to a crafting store, would probably be about $2 or $3 a sheet, and here it is for free. The material can be aged, and if you could check out a couple of my metal aging tutorial videos down below on historical recreations, you will discover there's a wash that you can put on this for all types of crafting projects, for cosplay or any other type of materials that would use an aluminum finish. Say you're making an astronaut suit or even a superhero costume. This is a wonderful PropMakers material, and it's free. Paper and plastic containers. Nearly 10 years ago, when I first started prop making and crafting, I would often go to a dollar store to find clean plastic containers that I wanted, and I realized after a while everything I ever wanted was already there. These containers can be used to build all types of bodies, shapes, buildings, anything and everything. Just use your imagination for a moment and you've got what? A castle tower over here. Assemble these together in the right way. You've got a cone you can actually put and make it into a prop for like a candelabra. Plastic boxes like these are perfect for designing buildings and any other materials that need a square form. Stop throwing away, start saving it, and a lot of these containers have texture on them. Makes them even more awesome. Chipboard. It is essential. It comes inside of any type of product you have today. Cereal boxes, cookie boxes, anything that you could find on the supermarket shelf, you're going to find that there's chipboard in here. Stop buying chipboard. $2, $3 a sheet, it's in your house for free. If you were to cut a strip of this, age and twist them up and down, you have created shingles for a dollhouse. It's an amazing prop trick that I had learned by watching other YouTubers on how they made their dollhouses. So cool, huh? Yes. Prop maker's dream. Old books? No, not in your life. Every single one of these books are nothing more than boxes that have been thrown away in our garbage. Cookie boxes, small snack boxes, any other type of boxes that we had we're throwing away. You can check out my how to make old-time medieval books, or you can check out how to create books in the Harry Potter library series on my website, and these come in really, really handy. Stop throwing away those boxes. They make really, really cool prop books. Alright, let's go on. For many years I went out and purchased little tiny dowel pieces like this to create craft projects, and I realized they were right in my house the whole entire time. This is a container of Q-tips with wooden handles on them. This one cost me $1 at the general store, and by just taking off the cotton nib you can create these interesting pieces. Now just imagine if you had a dollhouse and you wanted to create a stairwell and you wanted to have the spindles of the stairway that you're building. Boom, it's right there. For the coolest legs for your project, say you had something which had legs on it, I had created a candelabra and I had used these thrown away yogurt containers. 1, 2, and 3. This is a different type, but I can show you that there's beautiful styling on here. Using these projects for legs is great. Don't go out and purchase that stuff at the store. Oftentimes they show you all kinds of projects that you could use at the arts and crafts store. It's right here. It is right in your recyclables containers. Containers like this. Look at the beautiful swirl of this bottle. Imagine what things you could create out of this, especially if you wanted to create a dollhouse or a diorama in which that you could use a pattern like that. Another really cool essential thing I need to share with you: food coloring and white glue mixed together. You paint that on any of these surfaces and you can change the color into anything you want to make it. You want to have this beautiful pattern, but you want it in amethyst color? No problem. I have a tutorial on how to create artificial stained glass and how to faux finish bottles on my site. Check it out. And I wanted to share this with you. This is a prop clock that I had created for a Victorian thematic shoot. Here I had used the paper towel tubing cut in half to create marble columns. I love finding this. Now you would mostly find this in North America used for shopping bags. However, where I live, I used to find this inside of rice bags. It is a beautiful manila paper and it comes in double layers. Crafters' dream materials, building everything from paper mache to paper making. And I love using this when I'm building book material or anything that necessarily needs to have this type of paper. All you need to do is go to any type of garbage bin and you will find piles of this in the recycle area. I get to show you this really awesome trick. I want you to look very carefully at this little brick that I had created. Now if you're into dollhouse making and you wanted to have a cobblestone walkway or something where these bricks look like this, I'm going to show you how you make them very easy by using a ruler and a thrown out piece of styrofoam. Stop buying this stuff when you can make it. Just create the size block that you need for your project. And I'm going to be just measuring it out right there. So now we have a brand new clean one, which it looks like a clean one. Just take your fingernail and jam it in to the sides of the brick and it will look like it's been worn and battered and bruised. Now if you wanted to mass produce these things, all you need is a container like this. Put the brand new styrofoam bricks in here with pebbles and stones and crush them for about 10 minutes. When you pour them out, they'll be all battered and bruised, ready to be created into a wall. Want to make $1 or $2 at your next yard sale? Save your caps. You cannot believe the things that crafters will use caps for. Switches, buttons, any type of thing to make googly eyes, and the assortment of different colors of plastic make it even more essential. All you need to do is get a nice clean bag of these caps, fill them up, put 25 or 30 in there, put $1 on them, and they'll fly off the table. Crafters love materials like this, and I have an arsenal of plastic caps that I have used in countless number of projects. Is styrofoam. Yes, styrofoam. There is so much styrofoam thrown away today in our world. It is unbelievable. You do not need to go to a craft store to purchase styrofoam for $4 or $5 a sheet. If your neighbors have just ordered a new refrigerator or stove, it comes packed in
Styrofoam. Just ask them, and even ask for the giant box. There is cardboard there to last you a lifetime. One box that a refrigerator or a stove comes in could probably do about 50 or 60 different projects that use cardboard.
I hope you really enjoyed that video. Join me next time here at Historical Recreations, where I'll be sharing more interesting tips and other amazing things to keep crafting flowing. Until then, gothically yours, Professor M.